Alright, let's get going.
Chrome settings are they in there? No, they're in Chrome.
Let's see, I don't remember what was going on last time. We'll find out in a minute when the game loads.
The other option is to add an exception here.
I think there was a bunch of combat. Oh yeah, I was bombing the station with laser towers. And we had done the first level of the weapon tech research. I think. Either it was finished or it was busy being worked on.
No. How to make
I don't remember what all else was going on.
I want to make this.
Anyway. Come on, game, hurry up and load. Okay, where are we and what were we doing? We are in the wheelbarrow. Yeah.
Friend foe mine.
We were in the wheelbarrow. And for starters, we're going to go murder these mines.
Friend foe mine.
We might as well get rid of them.
Friend foe mine.
Okay, I could have sworn those other two are closer than that one. Guess we'll find out if we blow up here in a second.
Friend foe mine.
Oh yeah, these are definitely closer.
Friend foe mine.
Okay.
Friend foe mine.
System doesn't want to lock them up for some reason. Alright, I don't think we want to do any more bombing runs in here. We dropped a whole bunch of mines, but they're worthless apparently. All the laser towers are long gone. It's tempting to do more bombing runs, but that'd be stupid. There's 1K here. That's it. Nothing around that. Okay. Well, it's unlikely we'll see any invasions just right away then. Unless they start building more. Okay, how is the first steps coming along? It is almost done with the hexadock. How is it doing for resources? Ore and silicon are both dangerously short. Okay. How are the miner group? Are they all available? They're all on location and mining. Okay. How many are currently unloading? Because we might be
Are you kidding me?
extremely short. Okay, we have incoming ships full of silicon. 9,000 worth. How much silicon can we run through? Just in Computronics alone. A lot. That's how much. Okay. We are going to need an absolutely gigantic mining fleet to keep this place busy, I think. How are we doing on energy cells? Consumption is still higher than production. Okay. Clearly, we need to build another ring. Let's get that done. Copy these, paste them around the outer edge.
That's
Right like that. Okay. I think it'd be one more. How many do we have here? 3 at each will be eventually. This is 4 eventually. Okay, so we could put one more ring on here and it'll stick out the same amount as the other one. More or less. But first, we need these hexadocks done so we have more places to dock miners. And then we need to buy more miners probably. How much money do we have? 14k? 14 million I mean. Okay. So, how are we doing on gas miners? Methane is low. Okay. I think we're just flat out using less gases. Yeah, because Computronic substrate is far and away the biggest consumer of resources, and that consumes a huge amount of hydrogen. And ore and silicon. Which we are not anywhere close to bringing in enough. We really need the ability to build our own large shipyard, or build our own large ships in general, so we can start producing locally produced miners. Unfortunately, the way to get the money for that is by selling fighters that we produce here. And that's not going to happen for a bit. Okay, so we had 4 Computronic substrate. The miners we had were kind of keeping up with that, I think, sort of. And then we doubled it. And our miners most definitely are not keeping up with it anymore. How many miners do we have total here? I think we just bought 4 new ones. Oops, there. Okay. We just bought 4 new ones. It looks like we had 8 already. No, more than that. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then we must have blown up at some point. Anyway. We need a lot more miners. I don't know if this is going to help enough. How are we doing on the resources? We don't actually need that many more hauled in. The Baldric will take care of that. No problem. Speaking of which, you have some orders. Is this what's on the other end of your space elevator? Maybe. Could be. If it is, though, well, I guess that would make sense. Because we're certainly not receiving very many shipments up that elevator. Okay, so I should go back. Wait. The other thing I need to check. What are we doing for research right now? Nothing. That's what we're doing for research. Okay.
This will allow you to construct much. I will need some materials to get started.
Advanced composites, field core, smart chips, weapon components. Hopefully those are all accessible nearby because I don't want to mess around with them. He has 2.8 million. That should be enough. Hopefully. What else do we need to worry about? I would like to build another station here. I can't really justify it at this point. It's easy enough to keep killing the caves as they come through. I would like to go through and try to destroy that. Let's head back home. There's no reason to hang around here. Head back to the home system and park this, and maybe we'll go try to have some fun with a Swansong. Blow something up or who knows what.
Entering system. Family Newt.
Okay. I'd like to try to blow up that station that's right in front of the gate in Tharkus Cascade. But that's probably stupid. I've tried it before and it ended very poorly. But I am a little more confident in my ship's ability to survive now than I was then. I definitely have more upgrades. Then again, maybe I should wait until I have more gun upgrades available.
Entering system.
We'll have to see.
Zin.
Please don't hit that. Okay. Well, it knocked us out of travel drive, but it didn't stop us. Okay. I'm not sure why I'm flying with the keyboard. I think we'll kill it right out here. All right. I was doing my finances today, and it's like, hey, you know, I could, at the moment, if I was careful, afford to get both flight sticks and Steam Deck. So, the day of the ordering, oh, here comes a K. Anyway, the day of the ordering might be soon. I would prefer to have some amount of margin on top of that. And who knows exactly when the Steam Deck order email is going to come through. Supposedly sometime yet this month or next month.
Jump gate. Wretched skies.
But you never quite know. Okay, which way am I facing? Why don't we just go ahead and...
Jump gate. Tharkus Cascade.
Ah, there it is.
K.
Well, Mr. K, I don't think you're gonna like it here. When did I pre-order mine? Last July. It was like a week after they first were available. I had heard about them and I was like, okay, what's this? And for some reason I didn't go check it out right away. And then when I did check it out, it's like, wow, that's amazing, I need one. Ordered it immediately. But anyway, supposedly it's coming Q3 this year. And then they have a little note that says July/August. But we'll see. I haven't owned a good portable game console in many years. So I'm pretty excited about it. You ordered yours a lot more recently than that. Not sure if not sure if you'll ever see it. Supposedly, they just doubled the deliveries recently. So they're shipping them out twice as fast as they were. At the cost of you possibly getting a slightly lower spec SSD. Which honestly I'm not concerned about at all because it's not that big of a performance improvement for your standard system to have a faster SSD. Just that it has an SSD at all is usually enough. Oh, we're getting shot by some of the bottom currents now. Not that it really matters overly much. Anyway. Apparently, a lot of the other portable PC manufacturers are in talks with Steam with talks with Valve, I should say.
Danger.
Oh, there goes a big chunk of our defensive NAT. Anyway, in talks with Valve to get a Steam Deck or SteamOS version for their consoles or PCs or whatever you want to call them. It's kind of a weird world. Do you call it a console or do you call it a PC? It's kind of both. But anyway. And apparently, Aya? I think it was. I don't remember which manufacturer it was exactly.
Thank you.
I think it was Aya. Had an advertisement. Sort of. Not, well, it wasn't really an ad. I think it was like some kind of social media message. Or an article or something. I don't remember what it was even. Might have been a blog message. Article on their blog. About how their products are way better than the Steam Deck could ever possibly be, and the Steam Deck is crap, and also their products come with Windows. It's much easier to use for piracy. It's like, okay, guys. Guess that's one way to let everybody know you're desperate. Okay, I'm just gonna go drift through here nice and slow. Through the gate of doom.
Danger. Hazardous entering
And we'll see what
system.
kinds of
Arca's cascade.
fun and exciting things we find on this side. I don't know if I should be backing up against the gate or if I can just sit right here safely. We'll see how much attention we draw. And if we don't draw enough attention quickly enough, I think we'll go shoot the station. Hey guys, over here.
Went through the songs once, and then kind of went through a couple morning practice. Like, you know what?
I'm going to save our game here. Anyway. It's really pretty cool how much portable PC interest has been driven by the Steam Deck. Portable PCs like that are nothing new. But most of them were pretty craptastic before this. Now all of a sudden everybody's gearing up to try to
Hazardous region detected.
Okay, well, if you're not going to come for me,
Defense platform.
I am going to come for you. This is probably going to end terribly. Anyway. No, it wasn't Aya. It was GPD that did that. I was talking about earlier. I am 99% sure it was GPD.
That's
Okay with it running SteamOS. I'm honestly hoping it helps push more devs to consider Linux or at least Proton compatibility. Yeah. Linux compatibility for games would be something I want very much. Not necessarily just because I want to run Linux more than I want to run Windows, but why are my guns turned off? But just because I would like less of a software stranglehold on the desktop operating system market.
Hazardous region detected.
Although Proton doesn't support macOS, so yeah. I'm not an Apple fan. Hello, Admiral Griffiths. Oh, and thank you very much for the follow. That's greatly appreciated. We are being shot by our enemies. And apparently we have made a lot of defense drones mad. Can't imagine why. Give the Xenon some bullets. That's the plan. Honestly, I'm here for loot. But if we can destroy this station too, then that's awesome. There's a K coming. Wow, you know what that means. You go kill the K first.
K.
I am fairly confident in my ability to just go toe-to-toe with a K and kill it. So let's try that out. How is the Sin not maneuverable? That's just how maneuverable the Sin is. This actually has speed mods on it. It doesn't have maneuverability mods. Also, this is about how fast the Sin goes with, we're gonna call them, with basic split engines, except unfortunately, these are not split engines, so this is how fast it goes with max mods. Oh, it might have something to do with the Hall mods as well, I guess. Although they mostly don't seem to increase maneuverability that much. Okay, look here, buddy. Being right above me like that, that's bad touch. You're not allowed to do that. Yeah, we're definitely... Yeah, been a little bit overconfident. Okay. Shields are down. That's bad. On the other hand, we're now out of range of the K.
Danger. Hazardous region detected.
And our shields are back up. This is what shield regen mods do for you. Okay, he stopped. Now we need to wait for the guns to cool some. Come on, guns. I need to get shots on those engines so we don't have to deal with that again. That is not the direction you want to go toe-to-toe with a K. No, it is not. But I survived, didn't I? And also he just lost an engine. So he's dead. Because his other engine is about to be... Well... What other engine? Shields are still holding. His other engine's gone. He's not going to go anywhere.
Hazardous region detected.
Our shields are regenning at a reasonable rate. Why are we in reverse? We should be a light amount of forward. Hopefully the repair crews get on that middle gun, because I'd like it to be fully operational instead of partially operational. We seem to be holding our own fairly well. We should check the map again to make sure there's no 3rd K, or 2nd K I should say, coming. 3rd K of the night, but 2nd K for this mission. Rip K, yep. It shall go boom!
Danger. Hazard.
Considering I don't have any weapon upgrades on this ship, it is doing very well indeed. This ship has max upgrades, except the weapons, which have no upgrades at all. It has the engine speed upgrade, it has shield recharge rate, and it has hull lightness.
Explosion imminent.
I don't think the hull lightness makes it maneuver anymore better. Maybe a little bit. The Sen always maneuvers really well, which is somewhat surprising, actually. I mean, you don't really expect a ship like this to maneuver this well, but...
Non-detected platform.
Alright, let's get within range of the station so we can make this go away. We don't need to get close enough to the secondaries because they need to be firing at the fighters. Speaking of which... our guns appear to be in good shape still. Their shields are still good. Despite the fact I don't think these have any shield upgrades. I might have installed shield upgrades in the engines, though I don't remember. Anyway. We're in pretty good shape. Now, I'd like this station to go away, because it's been here, sitting right in front of this gate for the entire game, and creating problems for anybody shipping freight through here. Now, running shipping through this system is fraught with peril at the best of times, but
Hazardous region detected.
it is extra fraught with peril, and this is right there. Where are we killing the Argon? Okay, whatever. Reminds me, what's my favorite mod? I'm gonna assume you mean the in-game ship modifications. Probably the maximum hull lightness one, whose name I don't remember at the moment. Oh, Steam Nexus mods. Okay, for that, it would definitely be the mod that I have that removes the RNG from the ship modifications. Well, yeah, that'd be my favorite. If I had to pick one mod, that was the only one I could have, that would probably have to be it. Because playing this game with RNG ship mods is just not acceptable. But aside from that, my second favorite would probably be the one that lets you craft the ship modification components. And then aside from that, my third would probably be the one that
Danger. Hazardous region
I don't know.
detected.
I tend to go for utility type stuff more than I do for like large sweeping change So I think it'd probably have to be the mod that removes the docking speed limit. Now that I've mostly figured out how to fix it so that the AI doesn't go insane. I do like the idea of installing some of the larger, more complicated mods eventually. But Star Wars Interworlds, yeah, I've seen that. I need to try that. One of these days, maybe in a run or two from now, I'll have to do a run of that. Or play it for a while, something. Yeah, it looks amazing.
Danger. Hazardous region detected.
Thing is, a large overhaul mod like that, I don't think would ever make my favorite mods list. Oh, there's another K.
K.
Because, if I'm gonna be perfectly honest, mods like that are... Oh, that's right. You can't go to... Okay, anyway. Mods like that, they're awesome, yes, but they are... Oh... I tend to prefer things that make little tweaks and improve quality of life better because they're more generally applicable. They're the kind of thing you always install and never really think about. Because of course you're going to use that. Why wouldn't you? For whatever value of that might be. Hey you, stop in the name of the law. Okay. Now we just need to get this one. Come on. Okay, fine. Your engine shall die for your transgressions. Our secondaries are doing a number on these turrets, so I'm not too worried about those. Oops, that was a wasted burst. Yeah. Definitely Star Wars Interworlds is high on my list of mods I want to try sometime. And... oh, what is the name of that giant rebalance mod? I don't remember. RSO or something? Did you get the free destroyer in Xenon Space at the start of your save? No, I didn't know there was one. No, this is the destroyer from, yeah, VRO. This is the destroyer from the Terran mission. I basically did just enough of the Terran missions to unlock the free sand and then called it a day.
Danger.
So this run I'm using a sort of challenge where I'm using only Terran equipment, only Terran stations, only Terran technologies. Basically, if I can't buy the blueprint for it from the Terran faction representative, I don't use it. With one small exception. I have allowed myself to build split habitation modules, but I have not allowed myself to build the food production. Sadly, though, the free destroyer is a Paranid design. Ugh. I hate Paranid destroyers so much. They're so ugly looking. The E-type are okay-ish, I guess.
Hazardous region detected.
Yeah, I made all my starting money. Well, not all of it, but most of it by doing crystal mining this time around. Worked out pretty well. I was gonna say, I thought I saw another cave for a second, but there is none. Okay,
Xenon defense platform.
we're in range. But anyway, so you don't realize just how limiting Terran tech is until you start trying to use nothing but it. Particularly, I think my least favorite thing about this run is the Terran engines.
Danger. Hazardous region detected.
They are interesting. A fully upgraded katana with Terran engines isn't terrible. But like all the Terran fighters are just, oh, dog slow. What's my rep for Protectorate? Not sure. With the Terrans, it should be pretty high. Let's see. Terran Protectorate, 21. It's high enough I can buy whatever I want from them. I just don't have the money for it yet, because it's also hard to make money when you don't have the ability to build Commonwealth stations. And anybody who wants to buy things from the anybody who wants to buy Terran products is of course down by Terran Space generally. That, and they seem interested in, what do you call it, Albitronic substrate, which I'm a bit short on at the moment. This is such an ugly station. Okay, it is almost done with the second dock. How are we coming on resources? Silicon ore are still dangerously short. We definitely need to get more Hokkaidos running. Energy cells are finally... Nope. Consumption is still higher than production. Okay. Yeah, they haven't produced the last ring yet. Okay. Alright. That's coming okay. Anyway.
Danger. Hazardous region detected.
That's a rather slapped together and somewhat ugly station that could definitely be redesigned much better. For example, I do like this top piece where I just took a luxury dock and put a ring of solar panels on it. I wish I had done the same thing here at the bottom, but I didn't think of it when I was building this. So I have these ugly cross connectors instead. And then I kind of had to end up slapping on hex piers because I needed more piers. Way more than I thought I was going to need. And so this is my solution to just getting some on there. It is a bit of a mess of occlusion zones at the moment. That and the spine is definitely deficient.
Danger.
I need way more
Hazardous region detected.
way more storage than I thought I was going to need. But oh well. At least it looks better than the main station from last time. That was a giant cube of solar panels packed at maximum. Don't like the asymmetry of only one of those docks though. Well, that's why there's gonna be one on each side. Eventually I might put... Oh, here's the autosave. Come on, autosave. Yeah, I definitely need more mineral miners. It seems like a lot, but they don't seem to be keeping up at all. Eventually I'm probably going to just put 2 more of these hexes on the sides. That, and probably someday this bottom will bother me enough that I will replace it. But that won't be for a while because I need this to be running. How are we doing on Computronic substrate actually? We got 7,000 built up. Silicon carbide, 2,000. Okay, they need to haul a little bit more Computronics in, but I think I can go ahead and order another round of fighters. Which I should probably do because small medium dock. Yeah, I want to put another one on the bottom. But I can't yet because this needs to be running. Eventually. It's a very important to my economy. Well, that station is my economy at the moment. If I can't get it from that station, it has to be imported from the Terrans. What was that? Oh yes, I was going to buy fighters. And this is the only way I can make money. Effectively. Or any real reasonable amount of money. Okay, we can't afford that. Okay, we need more silicon carbide. That sucks. I probably should double my silicon carbide capacity. We'll buy 10 fighters to start with. Also, I should be checking for Ks. Oh, speaking, there's a K coming right now. Speak of the Xenon and he shall appear. Or something like that.
Okay.
Alright, where's he at? Below me. Wish there were smaller carriers that carry like 20 smalls, a couple mediums, L size instead of XL. Well, I have some news for you. There are some XL carriers that don't even carry 20 fighters. What's the limit on the one? 16, I think? Fighters in this game are, not fighters, but carriers in this game are pitiful. My very first carrier was a split Raptor that I bought because I thought it looked awesome. And then, little did I know, I went looking for other carriers to see if there were any other that had better fighter capacity or whatever. And the Raptor was the only one that was even close to being acceptable in my mind. And it only carries 100. Thought Xenon were machines? Well, they are. I think it's the Tyranid one that only carries a few. I think it's the E-Type, the E-Type variant of the Tyranid carrier. Only has internal bays for 16, plus like a few more that can be carried outside on the launch pads. It's pretty sad as far as such things go. Stop in the name of the law. Oh. And have your turrets destroyed. Go to full reverse. And we bounce off him. Come on. Things are weird because we're touching him directly. I should probably strafe away from him because we're getting our asses kicked. Largely because he's being able to shoot us with all 4 turrets and we can't effectively respond. Because damn it. Okay, fine. We'll sit right here like this. Our secondaries are shooting his turrets off. We'll be fine. He's gonna blow up in contact. Would you please stop moving so I can get unstuck? Thank you. If he gets too low on health, we're going to have to turn the turrets off because this is not acceptable. Shit. Our shields are down. Okay, this is actually a bit of an emergency.
Hull damage.
Yes, I know that. Game.
Danger. Hazardous
Please let me
region
unstick from this damn K. I am thoroughly stuck. I can't move. We are stuck.
Hull critical.
I can't turn. Oh wait, there, we broke free. Thank goodness he stopped. And come on, blow up. Yes, we just saved ourselves. Oh my goodness.
Danger. Hazardous region detected.
Okay, full reverse. As long as those bottom turrets don't point at us, we're good. Okay, shoot him until he blows up. We're saved.
Explosion imminent. Danger.
Okay, we lost shields again. That's fine, because we get them back basically instantly. That was insane. If he had kept flying forward at full speed, like, well, not full speed, but fastest as he was trying to fly forward, we were thoroughly stuck. There wasn't anything we were going to be able to do about that. We were basically dead. But then for some reason he decided to kill his engines, and that was that. We were able to get loose and then kill his turrets before he could kill us back.
Hazardous region detected.
Okay. Do we have anything exciting going on around us? Except a bunch of little guys who will die. Yeah, look at that. Little slivers. We will get enough shield regen that we're invincible against these size guys. But those service crew better get to work on that hull. How many Ks is that we've destroyed so far? It's a bunch. Several. I think it's like 3 in this system and 1 before. Okay, so we've lost all the bottom turrets, one of the shields,
Danger. Hazardous
and one of the
region
top turrets.
detected.
Okay, maybe we should go ahead and pull back. The engine's at half shield, which that's doing okay. Yeah, I think we'll pull back to heal. Okay, we're above it, that's why. Like, where in the world is the gate? The service crew would repair it eventually, but as long as we can... Oh, we'll get closer to the gate. We don't need to go through yet. As long as no more Ks come before the crew can handle this. We definitely need to keep a sharp eye out for Ks, though.
Danger. Hazardous region detected.
Anyway, service crew... Oh, see, we got one of the bottom guns up already. Service crew will repair it all before too long. We just need to be careful. We lost most everything on the bottom from the K shooting us with its main guns. Okay, look here, buddy. I don't appreciate you people coming after me very much. have a taste of what guns I have left. Where are you shooting at that? Shoot at the stuff that's coming straight at us.
Danger.
Definitely need to keep a close eye on the map,
Hazardous
though.
region detected.
I should have put a satellite out here earlier. This system is lacking a little bit in satellite coverage. Yeah. Okay. That P is getting his day wrecked. Hey, that's no fair. Thrusters are illegal. Okay, we've cleaned up most of the fighters around here. More are coming, though. That's fine. Fighters aren't really a threat. Okay, look, stop shooting my engines, you bastard. Yeah, take that.
Danger. Hazardous region detected.
The P's are the only real threat as far as doing runs on stuff. What is my favorite Terran fighter? None of them. Because every single one of the Terran fighters is shit. Okay. That is Terran fighters with Terran guns and Terran engines. With other people's engines, some of them might be okay, but with Terran engines, they're just so slow they can't get out of their own way. And a slow fighter is something I just can't stand. That said, assuming they have Terran gear and I can install whatever upgrades I jolly well feel like putting on it, then the PIO specific, the Corba or whatever it's called, that one is okay. It does a decent number of shields, it has a decent number of engines. It's a bit slow as far as such things go, but it's still, it can move acceptably fast if you have to. Its big downfall, though, is that it only has 2 guns. And that's a pretty big downfall. Because really you need more guns than that. But it's the one I'm most willing to get into and fly around with if I have to fly a Terran fighter.
Danger.
Because for me, if a fighter doesn't have at least 4 guns and be capable of going at least 500 meters a second without boost, then it's not really worth flying. That's pretty much a minimum. Has to have 4 guns, and which, yeah. So what you do is go through the gate and hope some of the Xenon follow me through so you can gain some rep and monies. That's something you can do, yes. What I'm here for, though, is the loot and just knocking the Xenon economy back. I have laser towers, giant batches of them. Well, this batch is greatly depleted by a nearby K explosion.
Hazardous region detected.
Gotta go. Oh, see you later. Looks like we've got a bunch of defense drones coming our way, which is fine. We probably should go back through the gate, though. Matter of fact, I'm not going to go through yet, but I am going to fly down closer to it.
So it's saving it.
Just because if a K suddenly ambushes us, I want to be able to escape quickly. We are a bit beat up currently. Okay.
Danger. Hazardous region.
How far
Jump
away?
gate.
1K?
Family. Zim.
Yeah, we should be able to get 1K fast enough that not too worried about being a little ways away from it. Level off a little bit. If I'm closer, a lot of fighters trying to come through will, and we're trying to do runs on me will end up going through, which I don't necessarily want.
It's-
I kind of want them to run afoul of my guns. How many shields does this thing have? For some reason I thought there was one on top, one on bottom, but that's not right. There's two on the sides. I don't see one on the top. And there's one on the bottom. Maybe it's just 3 shields.
Danger. Hazardous region detected.
Wow. I hope the repair crews are busy because we definitely need some of these guns back up. Okay, oh. What was I... Okay, how are we doing on the research? Oh, it's actually going. Good. Okay. How are things going on... That fighter order should be done. We can sell those. Oh, we don't want to sell the rapiers. We want to sell the Kobos. And specifically, we want to sell Takobas to... Last time I checked, these guys were the
Hazardous region detected.
2.88. 2.85. Yeah. These Paranit are going to be the best place to sell them right now. Payday. 45 million. Not much. It's about 1/10 of what we need, but every little bit counts and all that. Have you got a second main turret back? Not yet. Oh. Okay. I don't think the... Okay, let's see. What do we have in the inventories of these things? Okay, this is loaded with missiles.
Hazardous region detected.
Still. Callisto Sentinel is acting as a teleport beacon. The Rapiers... This one has advanced satellites, and Mars doing what? I don't think he's currently serving as a teleport beacon or anything. Wow. If he was closer, we'd order him to come in and drop his satellite here, but he's not, so I don't think we will. What we will do, we'll take the shape of things to come, and we'll order it to go pick up satellite. Matter of fact, we'll order it to go pick up like 20 satellites.
Danger. Hazardous region detected.
Sure. Then we can use it for satellite placement later. Not that really have that many more satellites need to be replaced. We better rotate because they're picking on that. Oh. Oh. Here you. You're being annoying. Allow the guns to see you off. Yep, he's dead. He just needs to turn in toward us so the guns can actually aim at him properly. Because the AI is not very good at leading the target. And kaboom. Okay.
Danger.
If
Hazardous
you want to shoot
region
that guy,
detected.
I don't have any objections. Although I should keep an eye on the map, make sure we're not going to be ambushed. More stuff is coming in. Okay, I think I want to order the shape of things to come. I'm not going to trust the AI to place satellites in this system. I probably should grab the wheelbarrow and do it. Oh. Okay. What do they think they're shooting? Oh, they're shooting that. Hey, stop shooting that shield, you.
Danger. Hazardous
That's
region
very impolite.
detected.
I don't think there's any gun mod that increases turret rotation speed. But if there was, I would be very tempted to install it. Together with changing these to pulses instead of bolts. Just to make this thing lethal against bring out columns. Against fighters. Yeah, we should probably pull back out of this system. We just have little dribbles of small pesky things. No real major attacking threats or anything. So we should go park this thing and let it lick its wounds for a while. We've accomplished our main mission, which was to ruin or at least delay the Xenon economy
Danger. Hazardous region
to the point
detected.
where we wouldn't have to worry about attacks for a while. Hopefully. Speaking of which, what's going on up here? They still have just 1K?
Entering system.
A bunch of fighters
Family
there.
Zin.
Fighters
I have come
here.
to the end of my research.
A whole bunch of S's here. If it wasn't for the fact that this place
Entering
has
system.
an
Progress
absolutely
cascade.
insane amount of if it wasn't for the fact that this place has an absolutely insane amount of drones, I'd be tempted to go in and start picking off S's until their economy falls apart. Which, I mean, their economy apparently isn't doing so hot anyway, because they don't seem to be able to build that station. Anyway, why are we back in here? Oh,
Danger.
because we
Hazardous
reversed through the
region
gate.
detected.
And then reverse back through the gate again. Okay, I see. Well, let's not do that. Let's fly through it forward this time. Alright, let's go back. Let's park this thing. I'm not sure where, to be honest.
Entering system. Family
Probably
Zin.
just out in the middle of the system somewhere. Over by the... let's pick up the loot first. Over by... the equipment dock, I think, would be a good bet. Then we'll teleport to the shape of things to come. And go place a few more satellites in Darkest Cascade to make that a little bit more easy to deal with, I guess. Okay, where is shape of things to come? Lie in wait. We'll teleport to that when it's done. Also, we'll borrow you. I want you to dock at the equipment dock. Specifically to pick up more service crew. Because I keep rating at service crew for all kinds of purposes. And we probably should send, matter of fact, let's send the Swansong to do the same thing. Because we also have been rating the Swansong service crew. Okay. Alright, now,
What it's doing and what's this?
where's the shape of things to come? It's over here. Move all orders. Why is this hall still beat up? I thought I had service crew aboard this thing. I do. I have one. Apparently he isn't very skilled, that's why. Alright.
Tacoba.
Greetings.
Okay. This is but a crappy little fighter, but... Wait. How did I activate travel drive? I certainly didn't do it on purpose.
Entering system. Arca's Cascade.
Okay, we need to be careful about our shields in here because we can't regen them. Yeah, we definitely need to be travel driving where we would normally be thrusting.
Empty space.
Okay, so we have an N coming.
N.
Hello, you little bastard. I don't appreciate you very much, just saying. And his shields are basically gone. Thanks to this system being weird, he won't be able to regen them. I really need to get upgrades on this thing's guns. This only has 2, and that's not acceptable.
Danger.
But
Hazardous region.
for a single N, it does a pretty good job. Loot. Okay, how far we are from this?
Empty space.
This Tacoba is probably the closest we're ever going to get to a good Terran fighter. It's just really sad that it only has 2 guns. If only we had the Maria. Well, we do have a Maria, but I mean only if we had a Maria with had good gear on it. Okay, that will give us a much better... We'll put another one over there.
Empty space. Danger. Hazardous
Okay.
region detected.
I think we might be upside down at the moment, but it's hard to tell. Okay, drop another satellite. Oh yeah. Okay, do we want to satellite this place up anymore? Not right now.
Jump gate. Family. Zin.
Okay. Get all lined up on the gate home. Like that. Come on. Settle down. We're definitely upside down.
Danger.
Not that it really
Hazardous
matters,
region
but...
detected. Entering
Yay,
system.
we can regen our
Family.
shields.
Zin.
And use our thrusters like a normal ship. Are we upside down? No, right side up. Oh yeah, because it came through the gates, we're automatically right-sided. Duh. Let's go have a look at the new station. Or not new station, but the new look for the station. I haven't been here since a lot of this stuff has been done. We don't want to hit this. Thought I saw a crystal blinking on their side as well. There's really no reason to collect crystals anymore, but...
Asteroid.
Well, actually there is. We need unstable. Okay, there we go. Engage the sock. Unstable crystal. Good, we need those. We need quite a lot of those, actually. There is no up in space? Yes, there is. Up is the direction I decide is up. Oh, hey, here's one of the miners. These miners are pretty sleek looking ships. I kind of like them. But anyway. It definitely looks like they're using the new docks. Okay. A seamless expanse of Terran beauty, except the split housing for the workers down here. Well, actually, it's not really for workers, because this would need a lot more housing if I was housing workers for this station. It's housing for ship crews. Okay, how are we coming on the construction? First of all, remove that guidance. I really need to go destroy that station, but... trying to destroy that station when I'm being interrupted every couple seconds. It looks like everybody is preferring to dock here instead of docking at the top and bottom. Which is probably not too surprising. I don't know if it actually changes if they have different unload speeds or not, but... Okay. Everything has been constructed. Energy cells are even. That's not good. That means we need more of those. Ore and silicon are still low. We apparently are making money somehow. Because last I knew we had like 15 million here. This does not look like we're making money though.
When does the
Yeah, I might have been wrong about that 15 million. Yeah, because last money in was a transfer. When would have I transferred 1,000 credits to this place? That's odd. Okay. So we actually have a good amount of Computronic substrate for once, but we are short on silicon carbide. So we need to build more silicon carbide production. That's metallic microlattice. This is silicon carbide. I think the thing to do actually is to copy this sequence, rotate it, go ahead and plug it on right there. And then while we're at that, we also need to add more power. We probably should have done the power first, but it's easy enough to fix that. Wait, that didn't attach. Wait, that can't attach. Oh, they're running into the exclusion zone. Ah. No. That's annoying. Well, I want this to be even all the way around.
Request permission to dock. Docking permission granted.
Yeah. The 45-degree ones stick into the exclusion zone just a little tiny bit. That's annoying. Okay, well. I wish these cross sections had the same number of connectors on them as the docks did. That would make me very happy. Unfortunately, they don't, so we can't do anything about making these thicker. Or can we? Oh, wait. I want to copy the sequence. Except you don't want to copy the sequence because none of these are... Okay, damn it. Okay. Things get weird when you zoom in too much. It thinks you're zoomed in sometimes when you're not really. Okay, there isn't any way to superimpose. What? Yeah, there definitely is not going to be any way to stick this inside. Yeah, it's an all meanie and won't let you do that. Okay. Alright, whatever. Actually, allow module overlap. Wait a second. Will that allow me to overlap the exclusion zones? Because if it does, I'm just going to say it right now. No, it doesn't. Damn game. These exclusion zones are stupid. They're too big. Okay, well, whatever. Well, we could make the middle bits longer. But I think that's going to look stupid. And also, that is but a short-term solution to our power problems, because next time we add anything to this place, we're going to need more power, and then we need to figure out a better way to make... I need to figure out a better way to put power into these stations. Okay, so... Oh, what the heck is this? No, don't do that. Come on. Back to the way you were. There you go. Guess we need to be looking down from a little bit more straight. There we go. Okay, now. Why did I copy this one instead of just copying the one right above it? Whatever. I'm dumb sometimes. Okay, now this snapped to something here just a second ago. I swear it did. No? Okay. We could put these on to something else, but that would block off. This might be the time.
Requesting permission to dock.
This might be the time where I just go ahead and fix this. However, if I do that, then we'll have the exact same problem as we had at the top, and we won't be able to expand it any more than we can expand this already. I need to figure out what I'm going to do for large amounts of solar panels. I probably should just give up this radial design and go ahead and make a grid at the bottom here. Let's see, what do we have for structural modules? We have the cross and straight pieces. I guess we would just have to make a line of straight pieces. This little 4-dock pier isn't required anymore. Let's remove this sequence. Remove this sequence. Remove that sequence. Add a cross module. No, wait. Remove that sequence. Copy this sequence. Copy that sequence. First tried this game, got annoyed building the player HQ and ended up building a few things unattached. Yeah, I know you can build unattached. I don't want to build unattached though. I prefer everything to be attached. Game. Game. There we go. No. No. No, that's not acceptable. Stop it. Go where I tell you. There we go. Okay. Copy sequence. Stop it. There is a place you are allowed to attach, and that place is not where you're trying to go. Also, get out of my face. Ah, there we go. Why? Oh. Exclusion zone. Damn it. Okay, fine. Be that way. Go over there where you're out of the way. There we go. So apparently this is all the wider we can go. This isn't a very dense construct compared to what I was doing with the with the Argon. But then we're not going to be doing please. We're not going to be doing scrapping either, so we probably don't need that much power. Would you please? Damn you. Go where I want. It's not doing what it's supposed to. From this angle, maybe? Oh, there we go. Okay. So we deleted 4, 5, 6 of these.
Requesting permission to dock.
So we're basically doubling the amount of solar panels by laying them out like that. And then later we can always come along and copy sequence and put a whole nother layer on when we need it. It looks like we could do like 3 or 4 more layers if we have to. We did lose our bottom set of 4 piers, but that's fine because we built these side piers instead and they're better. Okay, there we go. Confirm changes. We're going to lose a whole lot of power and then gain a whole lot of power back. Meanwhile, we need to hire a builder. You. Yes, you. Get over here. Okay. Yeah, hopefully this doesn't turn into another energy cube situation. Because I don't want to build another giant energy cube like that. That was silly. Is there anything else that needs to be done to this station? I don't think so. These materials will all be hauled in by the local the Baldric. Speaking of which, he has a failed order listed. But there's no failed order here that I can get rid of, so. Oh well. Okay, what do we need to do next? What we need to do is go check on the Xenon. There is 1K here. I'm tempted to fly in and destroy that and leave these guys up here with no capital ships. But it's probably not worth it. I would really love to take out this wharf and just... Well, I'd love to not take out the wharf, but make it so that nothing can undock from the wharf and survive. Because that would end the Xenon economy. We'll worry about that later. Okay, so you should have max crew at this point. Fly over there. You should have max crew again as well. Let's go park this thing somewhere where I'm not going to forget it. Preferably without bonking into the station.
Requesting permission to dock.
Docking permission granted.
Oh, here we are at the bottom of the station. They are currently deconstructing things. Okay, let's go park this out in the middle of the system with all the other combat capable ships. And then we'll transfer... I want to see back to the wheelbarrow, but...
Awaiting orders.
Wait. What is the research doing? Oh, I forgot to start the next one.
I will need some materials to get started.
That's fine. How much money do you have? Quite a bit. You didn't spend barely any of it. Good deal. Okay, let's transfer... How are we doing on resources? Silicon or still both really low? Let's buy more miners. I did sell those fighters pretty much specifically so I could do this. Size L. Kaido mineral. Moderate miner loadout. This will cost me 5.8 million. Let's see what they cost at the main shipyard. It may be finally cheaper here. Size L. Hokkaido mineral. Moderate miner preset. Nope, still cheaper at PIO. Okay. Hokkaido mineral. Moderate miner. 5.8 million. We have like 45 million. Looks like we could buy up to 7 of them. I'm going to buy 6. And if this doesn't solve my miner problem, I'm going to be sad. But hopefully that's all we need. Now, he needs all things that he should be able to source locally. I'm not sure if he'll be able to source them in those amounts, but he should be able to source them locally. Okay, wheelbarrow. Remove all orders. Swansong, remove all orders. I think I'm actually going to take... Oh, wait, the Swansong's not done. The Swansong is not done repairing. It looks like the turrets are all operable, but not all repaired yet. Yeah, everything's operational, but not fully repaired. If we were closer to getting the Mark III research done, I would take it to go modify the engines. But it's not. Not engines. Modify the guns. As it is, I think we'll take the wheelbarrow. And we'll go find a
Katana.
friendly local station and see just how many max upgrade weapon mods we can install. Or craft, I should say.
Poke around.
Where is... We can go to any station for crafting purposes, since we're not installing anything. Let's just go visit
Split
a
equipment
friendly
dock.
local equipment dock. For no particular reason other than that it's a nice place to land. We could go to our own station for this too. Actually, I wonder if it makes any difference. Let's find out. Go to our own station,
Wharf.
which is in theory anyway a wharf. Anyway, let's go to our own station and let's see how many max upgrade items we can craft. We should hopefully be able to craft at least a few. We need a minimum of 3 for the Swansong. I would like to build enough to also upgrade all the Swansong's turrets, but realistically that probably isn't going to happen. But we'll find out here in a moment. Okay, this is the wheelbarrow, so we have the large dock. Medium
Docking
dock, I guess it
granted.
is. Alright. Orders are removed, so we don't have to worry about flying away without us. Come on. There we go. Now, from here we teleport to Merchant. Guess we could go to the ship dealer and that would let us do crafting, but there's no other reason. Okay. So, what I care about is weapon chambers, specifically exceptional ones, of which we currently have none. We have the ability to craft 8 of them, maximum, just because of the unstable crystals. So how many advanced can we craft? A lot. That's how many we can craft. Okay, well, before we craft any of these require basic weapon chamber, high energy catalyst, interface unit, programmable field array. And these require high energy catalyst, interface unit. Okay, so high energy catalyst is shared between the two. So we're going to craft a lot of these. We need to make sure we have enough high energy catalyst to do both, which it looks like we do. Let's just be stupid and make a whole huge pile of them. Now we can craft 8 of these, which is not quite enough to upgrade everything aboard the Swansong, but it is close. If we wanted to upgrade every single weapon on the Swansong to absolute max up level, we would need 5 more,
Greetings.
I think. But that would be stupid. There's no reason to do that.
Here you go.
Okay. We have 270 spacefly eggs. That's insane. Is there anything these guys have we want? Seminars, maybe? We have a lot of stuff we don't want that they are willing to pay us for, so we'll get rid of those.
Split
We need
wish you
more
fortune.
unstable crystals, but worry about that later. For now, let's go ahead and make a bunch of these. 10 of these. Okay, that'll be like quite a lot of money, actually. Not a big deal anymore because we can make more by just,
Here you go.
what do you call it? There we go. We can make more by just selling fighters. A nice 10 million or so.
Split wish you fortune.
Won't complain about that. Okay, now. We can definitely afford... I'm going to teleport over and we're going to install some tier 2 upgrades on the wheelbarrow. Because there's no reason not to. We have 26 of these things. Well, not that many left anymore, but... Hello? Oh, there we go. Weapon mods. Proton Barrage Mark II. Enhanced quality. We only have 3 advanced quality left? That's all? Okay, that's a bit sad. Thought we had more than that. There's a reload, damage, and projectile speed. That's unfortunate. I wish there was one that gave you faster turret rotation. Actually, maybe the projectile speed does that. Because this gives you 3 more properties, and this gives you 4 more. Let's just go ahead and install some of these and see what they'd give us. Rotation speed, 25%. Sure enough. Projectile speed, projectile lifetime. These might give you more range too then. Kind of impossible to see your range, so it's hard to know if projectile speed is actually worth it. In the case, we don't really want projectile speed on the front guns. That'd be the kind of thing we'd put on the side guns, or the turrets. But it might be worth putting projectile speed on the Sins turrets. Yeah. We want damage. All the damage. What's this give us? Damage, weapon cooling, weapon sticky projectile time. I'm not sure what this means. And weapon rotation speed a little bit. Okay, that's actually quite good. I should check to see what the reload mod does too. That gives us reload, cooling, less charge time, and rotation speed. Apparently everything gives rotation speed. Alright. Reload's not worth it. Damage definitely is. No, not reload. Damage. Here we go. Now, we are 1 Mark II mod short. Okay, can I build... What do I need to build this? Basic weapon chambers. Oh, we can build lots of those. They require high energy catalysts too, though, so we need to be careful and only make as many as we need. We're going to run through our high energy catalyst store fast. No reason, more power. That's always the reason. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so we'll put a Mark II damage mod on here. I would love to have Mark III damage mods on this ship, but they're all going to be saved to put on the destroyer, who needs a much more... I think we're going to do... You know what?
Is that...
I should send
So
that
my
destroyer
question would be,
south right now.
That wasn't the behavior before.
I should send him to Terran space
I'm just...
and get the bolt turrets replaced with,
Okay, poisoned. Well...
where I call them turrets. The other ones.
Making sure that
The faster ones with faster projectile. Because, let's face it, the turrets on this are short-ranged enough that they are not a big damage dealer in ship-to-ship battles. They're more to keep the fighters off, so we really should have turrets that are actually good at that. And we can't refit at home yet. And probably won't be able to for quite some time. So we might as well send this probably to the PIO equipment dock. That's the closest place we can go. And then replace the turrets. Okay, they don't have the turrets we need in stock. Boo. Or at least not for a pleb with our reputation. Okay, so the Terran equipment dock definitely is where we need to go then. Yeah. Turrets. We want not bolt, pulse. 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 More pulse. Yet another pulse. And other different pulse. Okay. Pulses fire at half the speed. Projectiles move about twice as fast. And they do a little less damage.
You regularly
So in theory, oh, and I think they have a little bit more range too. So in theory, they should be better in every way except the damage,
I think
which I'm willing to give up some of the damage from the bolt turret because let's face it, the bolt turret just isn't good enough to in ship-to-ship combat to be a
it's a
big sad thing to miss out on. We should go ahead and get Mark III shields on the guns as well.
my mind on mismatch of
How much is this going to cost me?
It's not quite that. That's not quite
A
right.
lot. That's how much it's going to
It's
cost
a-
me. Well, we should do it
For
anyway.
some reason, when I decided to split the export results and save button,
Okay.
save still update.
Main guns don't have shields. We already have Mark III shields on the main.
Right now.
This is going to hurt. But we kind of need it. You know what? No, that's stupid. No, it's a good idea. No, it's stupid. No, it's a good idea.
So,
I keep thinking that if I only get the ability to refit large ships and build large ships,
what should it
I'll be able to do that at home for super cheap.
I
But that's a long ways off. Because we need 300 million for that. Whereas this is only going to cost us 15 million and we can do it right now. And will give us a measurable increase in our combat survivability. Like not huge, but measurable. And it will allow us to install low-level upgrades on all of those to get that little bit extra more. I mean, you could install low-level upgrades already, but I would be in pain every second of doing it. Okay, let's get rid of those two because they take too long to launch.
I keep seeing you moving.
Okay, we don't want to change this because we want split crew. We're not going to repair because the crew's doing that. Yeah. I think this is the way to go. Yeah, we did have upgraded Mark IIIs on the engines already. Okay, this is going to cost me 14.9 million. It'll get a little bit more maneuverability. It'll get more shield strength for the weapons, which kind of need it, to be honest. It'll actually increase our average turret output. That's suspicious. Because bolts are supposedly do more power, do more damage. Whatever. Let's go ahead and add to the shopping list. And confirm order. It'll take him quite a while to fly down there because he has to go way out around to avoid Argon space, but...
So if you hit save then, and then later you come back to
Yeah.
export bolts,
He's going to go way out around. And it'll take him a year to get to where he's going.
mess with your exporter.
Speaking of things taking a year to get to where they're going. Let's go ahead and set these Hokkaidos up and bring them home. Sector activities.
Right, but
Mine
my
at
concern
home.
with hitting save would be
Sector activities.
an
Mine at
updated
home.
current CSRP.
Sector activities. Mine at home.
You hit
Sector
save,
activities. Mine at
go out here,
home.
come back to it.
Sector activities. Mine at
You
home.
keep going on with what you're doing.
And just keep going down the line. Okay, there we go. Go
If
ahead
that
and
changes because you hit save.
select
then
all
you back
these.
to it. That's a problem. That's a big
And
problem.
they need to go to
But if not,
the first steps
if the list
and
of
work
things
for beta group.
exported changes because I hit save, close
That
the
should
tab
add a
and
significant
close it
bit to our mining
with the
capability.
updated usage.
Although it will take them an age and a day to get home as well, because they also have to go way out around. Hopefully nothing exciting happens, speaking of which. Hopefully nothing exciting happens while our heavy ships are gone. Where's the asp? Hictiva's choice. We definitely should bring this thing home. He doesn't need to be there as a teleport anchor anymore. And we need him here so that I have something that can take a K out. Okay, where am I? I'm here docked aboard the first step. Okay, I think we're done here. Go back to the wheelbarrow.
Katana.
And yes, it is the first time I've used that hotkey in a long, long time.
Scan clear. Carry on.
Okay. We should have 30% more firepower on our main guns. In a dire emergency, we should be able to maybe take down a K's shields with this ship.
Wharf.
I'm kind of tempted to go find some enemies and tie them on just to find out how the guns perform. Speaking of which,
P.
there's a P right there. Hey, you, get over here. You look very... Oh... explodable? Something like that. And he just went through the gate. That's fine. He shall not escape. His doom is assured. Also, I should stop slouching my chair and sit up. Okay,
Entering
where did you go,
system.
buddy?
Family. New.
Oops. You're way over there. Well, not for long. Okay, we're chunking him pretty good. Get over here.
All of the ones, all of the
Come on.
exported ones that have
Oh yeah. 30% more damage is pretty significant.
If you look at the one that isn't checked.
Significant enough anyway to keep me happy.
You're different. Now scroll down.
Now, obviously, I'd prefer to have like close to 70% that the max upgrade gives you, but well, we'll take what we can get.
Jump gate. Family. Zin.
Yeah.
So, there's a new station going up. It's always nice to see
Awaiting
new
orders.
stations being built. Oh,
Entering
Gasp is
system.
here.
Family. Zin.
That will be available should we need it.
Thank you.
We, I think the Terran have access to heavy missile launchers, so we didn't really bend the rules to build that out. That was the only way I could think of to make something that could take out a K at the time. And it seems to be fairly workable. How much loot do we have up here? A good bit, actually. Let's go get it. Loot is good. More loot is better. Especially if it happens to be whatever they're called. High energy catalysts or whatever it is. Because those are used for pretty much every upgrade. And I last time started running out of them quite early.
Entering system. Family crit.
Oh well. I wish that you could manufacture some of those materials at stations. Because I would definitely have an upgrade parts station running.
So,
I really prefer the way the X3 did upgrades. It just was better.
and then if you hit export results, then
This way is cooler in some ways. You can upgrade more stuff. But the vanilla RNG is just really bad. And even without the vanilla RNG and with the ability to craft them, it's still annoying to get enough parts to actually build a fully upgraded ship. I would much prefer if they were just hideously expensive. Because then all you would need is just more money. Anyway, let's get out of here. Apparently we have a lot of miners mining here now. Ever since I placed these resource probes. And the funny thing is they're not even mining where the resource probes cover, necessarily. Like this one's mining way up here. There's no resource probe that covers that area.
Oh, Shelby just sent me a.
They just kind of mine wherever they feel like. But you need to have a resource probe in the system before they like to mine there. Very odd.
Entering system. Family Zin.
Anyway. I don't know about you guys, but I, for one, am very excited for tomorrow. Just a little tiny bit. Because tomorrow is the 19th. And guess what happens on the 19th? Stray launches. And tomorrow, we're probably going to have an early stream. Because pretty much as soon as Stray unlocks, well, no, probably not. Because if it unlocks at midnight, I'm not staying up and doing a stream tonight yet. But as soon as I can justify it to myself, I'm going to be running around and doing cat things. I wonder if we can fit.
Docking granted.
There's no
Docking
way.
Aborted. Docking granted. Docking aborted.
But I wonder if we can fit.
Docking granted.
Knock it
Docking
off. I don't want to dock
aborted.
there. I want to dock in here. It's more exciting. I should say before I do this insanity. But anyway. I have been excited about Stray coming out ever since I first saw it. First saw the first trailer. And now the day is finally here.
Oh, everything's the same. So
You can fit. For some reason I don't think we're supposed to be in here. Oh shit. It's a little twitchy trying to roll level.
I can look.
Okay,
I can look and see.
let's have a look outside. Okay, we fit fairly well actually. But it would be a little difficult to dock in here. Moderately. Let's try flying around the core and going out this door over here. I'm gonna do it from third person though, because that is a little bit harder in some ways. Okay, no, screw it. We're not doing this. Can hardly see what's going on that way. Also, it's hard to smoothly. Okay, now can we slide out without tipping up on our side? We can. Awesome. Barely. Gee, what's... Yeah. Barely is the way to describe that. In real life, I wouldn't be too concerned about doing this maneuver, because in real life you can do things like carefully program your sensors to tell you exactly how far away you'd be from things. Well, okay, not sensors, but you could, you know, have people with radios watching and telling you how much clearance you have, and you could move very, very slowly indeed if you wanted to.
Yeah.
After all, the first rule of close approach navigation is that there is no such thing as too slow. And that applies, I'm sure, to space as well as it does to water. Let's do that again. Just because I'm pretty sure we're not supposed to. But this time I'm just going to go straight through.
Docking granted. Docking aborted.
Shut up, I'm not interested in whatever you're selling.
Scan clear. Carry on.
No, see? Didn't even scratch the paint. It would be definitely interesting to try to do that at full speed, though.
Okay.
I'm not doing
Can I
it.
take a look at the okay.
It would be interesting, but there are levels of interesting that I am not currently willing to engage in. These are the station shields. That was a bad joke. How is the station building coming?
So basically what you're saying should happen is
Let's
when you hit
see.
save, not update,
That is
not update this column here.
the new silicon carbide productions have been finished, and it is currently working
But
on
when I hit export results,
adding energy cells. Good. We are definitely very low on energy at the moment.
let me try something.
We have a bunch of extra in stock. I probably should set automatic storage allocation off
try something.
and set the max to 500,000 is a lot. 250,000 is maybe a little low. Yeah, we'll do 500,000.
Then,
Like that.
Requesting permission to dock.
Buy up to none.
Docking permission granted.
Sell up to... We'll do 128,000, like that.
what? Basically,
Yeah, I think that's a good limit. We need to set a max on that because energy cells, it can get kind of crazy if you build a lot of energy cell production, as I learned last time. Yeah, we're very short on ore and silicon. Very, very short. That said, there's quite a lot to be unloaded. How are we doing as far as unloading goes? They're definitely using these ports, as well as these. And they're using the top one, apparently. Okay, so we definitely have enough ports available for everybody who wants to dock to dock,
theory, it should purchase.
I think. fly around and have a look.
Results.
There's a miner coming in right now. Okay, where's the station? Right here. Who's docked? Currently to here, there's actually nobody docked. Okay. And over here, I'm not sure if you're docked or not. Or going to dock, maybe. Probably going to dock. Then there's one docked up here. I'm not sure if these... Yeah, I'm not sure if these docks are slower than the others or not, because the cargo drones have to fly all the whole way. Whereas over on these docks, they just fly a short way between the...
Docking granted. Docking aborted.
Not interested. Anyway. I'm not sure if these are faster because they fly just a short distance between the end of the docking arm to the ship. Hello, Melted Igloo.
Asteroid.
I'm kind of curious. I guess the way to find out would probably be to order 2 ships to dock. Or do it manually. Player controlled ship, dock, see how long it takes to load. Dock at the other place, time how long it takes to load. But that would assume there's no other variables involved.
Requesting permission to dock. Docking permission granted.
This one's definitely cooler because you can see the stations, you can see the drones fly for a longer distance. You've been considering reinstalling, but the load times? Yeah. Yeah. The load times are a bit rough, and I'm pretty sure I have it on the better end of things. You just have to make sure you never have to reload. I don't know how bad the load times are if you have a, shall we say, mediocre PC.
Oh, there it is.
Or maybe even worse, a hard drive. But I can't imagine... Actually, let's be perfectly honest here. It's probably not the storage speed that actually determines anything about this. So it's probably more likely how good of a CPU you have that determines your load times. Or how good of RAM you have.
That's the behavior.
I actually just bought a brand new computer. Oh, well, congratulations. Maybe the load times will be better than you remember them.
Actually, this champagne vinegar is different. Champagne.
I'm willing to bet that the thing that determines the load times for this game is a combination of CPU and RAM speed.
No, it's all different. This,
Because I doubt the saves are large enough to
Docking
actually make
granted. Docking aborted.
a big difference as far as storage speed goes.
okay, so then
Okay, we're getting a little bit.
okay.
Ryzen 7 3700X. That's not too bad. That would be roughly in the same speed class as what my processor is. I have a 3950X,
Yeah.
which would probably be a little bit slower boost, but
Yeah.
a lot more
Yeah, so
cores.
that
Not
is-
that it matters for this game.
I just wanted to check and see if that's what.
Well, it definitely doesn't matter for this game, unfortunately. So you might actually be able to run it a little bit better than I can.
Docking granted.
Well, you have me here, and I haven't.
Docking aborted.
Depending, of course, on what your graphics card is, but I'm pretty sure there's nothing about this game that's really limited by the graphics card.
It should be.
User benchmark is not to be trusted, let's put it that way. There's times when user benchmark is somewhat useful, but you need to know, okay, User benchmark has a problem. Whoever runs that site loves Intel. And I don't mean like he thinks Intel's better than AMD. I mean he loves Intel massively. To the point where he completely rechained when AMD started beating Intel in any kind of benchmarks a little while ago. Basically when Ryzen started really taking off, they completely changed the way the benchmark scoring worked so that Intel would continue to win. It's not Intel doing it. So it's not like Intel scummily changing benchmarks or anything. No, it's this third party. He's just such an Intel fanboy that he can't stand to see them lose anything even a little bit. So that's one problem. Basically, if the guy likes a part, actually, I don't know if it's a single person doing this or not, but
Docking granted.
whoever determines
Docking
how their
aborted.
benchmarking scores get calculated, if they like a part, that part will win the
Docking
benchmark.
granted. Docking aborted.
They just modify it, modify their scoring system however they need to make it win. Which, Intel's mostly single-threaded, Ryzen's better multi-core. That's traditionally how it's been, but for a little while there, some of the Ryzen processors were winning on single-threaded as well, a little bit, under the right conditions. But, yeah. It wasn't like a Ryzen's better across the board in every possible way. It was like under certain conditions, under certain workloads, the Ryzen was pulling out equivalent single-core capability to the Intel. Which I think Intel's pulled ahead again a little bit in single-core across the board, but anyway. It's beside the point. It's not really an AMD versus Intel thing. I mean, okay. For full disclosure, I am a bit of an AMD fanboy. Not necessarily, well, okay, that's not true either. I'm not really an AMD fanboy so much as I don't really like Intel very much. But anyway. But I am willing to admit that, and I know I have biases, whereas if you want a good laugh, go read some of the reviews. The user benchmark site, they have reviews of hardware on there that they write themselves. Go read some of their reviews of Intel processors from right around the point where the Ryzen 3000 series was launching. It's pretty funny. There's one particular one, and I don't remember which one it is now. Maybe it was a 10 series Intel chip? Damn it, I don't remember which one it was. There was a particular Intel CPU where it was just... the review was full of insane ranting. But anyway. Long story short, user benchmark. If you need to compare an AMD processor to an AMD processor, or an Intel processor to an Intel processor, or an NVIDIA graphics card to an NVIDIA graphics card, or AMD graphics card to AMD graphics card, you can get a high-level review of how it might be if you completely ignore their score at the top and scroll down and look at the individual category scores. It's sad is what it is. It's funny, but it's also sad. But yeah, user benchmark will probably show that my CPU is a little bit faster because it's got massive number of cores. But for single core workloads, the 3700 will have a tiny bit more boost, and that'll matter a little tiny bit, and you'll probably never even notice it. You might get 1 or 2 more FPS. Just want to know if it's a 5% boost or 40% boost. Well, user benchmark will somewhat tell you that. You just have to be very careful about ignoring their score at the top and scroll down and look at the individual category scores. And some, yes, they have scores for things like, oh, what even is it called again? They have scores for how much newer something is than something else, which that goes into their overall score. It's like, I don't care if it's newer. I care if it's faster. If the old thing is faster than the new thing that I'm comparing it against, then I want the old thing. But yeah, ignore the top score. Category scores, the individuals, they're useful somewhat. But you have to be careful there too, because they're not completely against fudging the score a little, which is insane, but anyway. It's a weird site. Some actually serious outlet like Gamers Nexus or something is where you really need to go for the actual scores, but that's way harder to find out rough ideas of how powerful something is. I admit I use user benchmark myself sometimes. I just take what they say with a huge grain of salt. Now, why am I flying in circles here when I could be doing something useful? Like looking at the station to see if anything's changed. Energy cell production continues. Thankfully, we have enough pad here that we should be okay on that. Ore and silicon are still low. Compotronic substrates are coming up a good bit. Right now we're actually silicon carbide limited. But not too badly, really. We produced a good amount of that. We should probably order another round of fighters. We're getting to the point, slowly, where we will be able to actually order reasonable amounts of fighters. Okay, we're a little tiny bit short on silicon carbide to be able to order 20. We'll order 15. This should get us another 50, 60 million. Yeah, anyway. Well, in any case, you should be fairly happy with your new system, assuming it's got a graphics card that more or less matches the spec class of your CPU. $3070 should be able to keep up with pretty much everything that not 3070. 3700X should be able to keep up with most CPUs, or most GPUs you're likely to get. It's pretty versatile. It says it recommends a 3070. Well, if you got a 3070 to go with your 3700, then you'll have a pretty solid system. Because that's what I have, is a 3070. And I'm pretty happy with my graphics card. Sometimes I wish it was a little bit more powerful, but usually that's just because I'm doing something silly. I don't. Well, okay, I don't actually really wish my graphics card was more powerful, so much as I wish my CPU had more single core oomph. But I don't have any CPU I would have bought around that time would not have enough more single core to make it worth it over what I got instead. No, I was gonna buy, if I was gonna buy a complete money doesn't matter system at this point, I would get a one of those 5800 or whatever it is with the 3D V-cache, because those things are pretty insane as far as single core goes. Your old computer didn't even have PCI Express 4. That actually matters less than you might think. I don't think it even really would matter for the graphics card yet at this point. Not for the resolutions that you'd be likely running. Like if you're running 1440p or even 4K. Graphics card should still be fine on 3rd gen. Maybe. 4th gen obviously doesn't hurt. And SSDs. I bought 4th gen SSDs. I probably shouldn't have. I definitely shouldn't have as far as a dollar performance ratio goes. I highly doubt they make any real difference as opposed to just having bought reasonable 3rd gen SSDs would have. Graphics card's probably the thing that could make use of 4th gen the best, I guess. But anyway. Still, it's good to have it rather than not have it. Now, maybe if games actually start using the fancy new APIs that people are working on to let the graphics cards talk directly to the storage, that might make a 4th gen SSD a little bit more valuable, but I'm gonna hold judgment on that for now. We'll have to wait until we actually see games that use it benchmarked against different kinds of SSDs. I bought 4th gen SSDs because I had the money to do it, and I was going to have the best possible system I could buy for the money at the time. Screw common sense.
Docking granted. Docking aborted.
But anyway. Now, of course, I wish I had that money to spend on modern parts. And not that a 3000 series CPU and a 3000 series GPU aren't modern parts, but good enough to run Starfield as recommended. Yeah. A 3700X and a 3070 is a good system. I would not be at all unhappy to have that for myself. Which realistically, that's what I have. Just with more cores that I occasionally use for work and never actually touch for gaming. But anyway, I should stop flying pointless circles and talking about random things. I mean, talking about random things is fun, so it's hard to stop. Where is the... What is this? Oh, that's that stupid little courier I got for free.
Let me take a look.
Okay, the Swansong's in Jupiter. So did it? It's just on docking. Alright. It's got all large pulse turrets now. Good deal. How are we coming on the research? We're not. That's how. Okay. They just finished their job, so we can order them to come home. Fly the Swansong. Fly to Family's Inn and park out in the middle of nowhere. There we go. Now,
Requesting permission to dock.
since they've arrived, that probably means all of the miners have arrived as well. Yes. They're all here and working. Does that mean that we finally have... There's a lot of ships flying around this thing trying to dock. Please don't tell me. I hope we're not holding up docking by being too close to the station. I think I fixed that bug, but I'm never fully sure if it hurts anything or not. It shouldn't for like XL ships, or large ships I guess in this case. But let's fly out here just for my peace of mind.
Yeah.
Okay, over here is the equipment dock. We'll park near that. But not too near because I want to be able to easily find this ship floating in space and select it in the future. I guess as long as we are... As long as this is in low attention, it'll run more efficiently anyway. Okay. We have half of our destroyed, or half our previous solar capacity back. Why is it not hauling contract substrate and silicon carbide? We have plenty of both. Sort of. How many cargo drones did we have? 75. I don't know if there is a limit. Not limit, but if there's a an optimal number of cargo drones per docked ship or anything. I have 75 ordered. Also, I have 75 building drones, but they're here for... Speaking of which, how far along are we on the Tacoba order? It looks like it just finished. Alright, let's sell these. I'm going to guess... Oh no! No! How dare you, scum! You murdered my best customer! Okay, that's an Argon. We don't care about him too much. They murdered my best customer. No! Truly, the end times are upon us. Okay, do you guys have a different wharf somewhere? 2.84. They were buying them for 2.88 over here.
That's
Boo.
correct.
2.85. So far the split are the high bidder. 2.853. Okay, what were you guys? 2.858. Okay, they're still the high bidder. 2.858. The Pyramid seemed to be warfully challenged. That or I just haven't discovered its location, which is entirely possible. 2.6. Not even. Oh wait, no. Yeah, they were 2.85. 2.858. Oops. And we've deselected them. Okay, what are you willing to sell them for?
Now,
281. Okay, it looks like the splitter the high bidder.
export results. Save that
And
then
sold to the split for 2.858. Ka-ching. Sweet, sweet cash. Damn it. I should have checked to see what the split, what the Xenon would offer me for him. The Argon probably wouldn't be interested in buying them either. Okay. Well, it is getting close to 11 o'clock, and I do want to be able to get up tomorrow so that I can come and play Stray. Because cat. So, do one more check to see. We might have to deal with this problem tomorrow, manually. Not tomorrow, because tomorrow I'm playing Stray. So it'd be Wednesday. Alright, let's save our game. And then I think I'm going to send you guys over to say hi to Af. That button? Yeah, that's the right button. Alright. Slash raid. F writing. I horribly mangled that. That is less horribly mangled.
Yeah. That's good. That's what it's supposed to do.
Yeah. Anyway. Thank you all very much for coming. I appreciate all of you. And I hope to see you back here tomorrow to see Cat do cat things. Like push people's stuff off shelves and scratch their sofas. Anyway. Yeah. Until then, I hope you have fun over at Af's. He is playing Astroneer, a game that I have not played for quite a while, and I might have to revisit now that I'm watching him have fun. But anyway, yeah, I'll see you guys all later, and I hope you all have an awesome night.